You girls ready for a fun trip?
Yes.
Hello again, Yellow Van fans. Today we are on another trip. We are going to Craters of the Moon National Monument. We've just arrived in Arco, Idaho, which is the town next to Craters of the Moon, and we're going to go to the Pickle Place restaurant for lunch.
It's created with us and it has a pickle sign. It's so I cannot wait.
Right, we have arrived at Craters of the Moon National Monument, and now we are at the North Crater Trail, which is a little accessible trail here that's built kind of up over the rocks so that you aren't walking on them. Alright, we are now on the Devil's Orchard Nature Trail. So this is another short trail that's all paved, easy to go on, and we're just walking along through the lava flows here. Good morning again, Yellow Van fans. We are back at Craters of the Moon National Monument this morning. We're going to go and try and do a couple of hikes here. Stopped in at the visitor center, filled up all of our waters, and now we are on our way into the park. We're just waiting to get in. There's a little bit of a line here. Alright, we are now doing the Tree Molds Trail, which should take us to a place where the lava went through a forest and the water from the trees caused the lava to cool, leaving impressions of the trees in the lava there. So we're going to hike down this trail, see what we can find. I don't want you guys to think that traveling with kids is easy, so let's make sure we get some of this on film. How you feel today, Lou?
Good.
Really?
Uh-huh.
What have you been doing on this trail?
Hot.
You've been hot?
Mm-hmm.
Have you let us know about that?
Yes.
A lot?
Yeah.
Oh. How would you rate your attitude on this trail?
Good.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Mommy and Daddy asked me. Mommy and Daddy don't let me do anything.
They don't let you do anything?
No, not what I want.
What did you want to do?
I want to be in the car.
Hmm.
And I want to stop a lot. Sorry. That was an accident.
What did you think of that hike, Isla?
Fun.
It was fun? How did you do on it?
Good.
Oh.
I like the tree holes.
Alright, so we finished up our hike And now we've come around to another part of the loop, and we're just going to have a quick lunch here in our van before we have a little ranger program here. Hey, Isla, what's going on?
I like my campsite.
And how do you like your lunch?
Not good.
Do you think that's the kind of attitude we talked about?
No.
Okay, we'll film this so that we can show this to you when you're 24. Okay, so we did the Inferno Cone, which was a hike up that hill over there. And now we are going to do the, what are they called?
Splatter cones.
Splatter cones and snow cones. Alright, we have finished up our adventure at Craters of the Moon National Monument in Idaho, and now we're just going to do a little review of that for you. So Megan, what did you think of Craters of the Moon?
It was cool. It was very, very hot. It's not a place I need to go back to necessarily.
Yeah, there isn't like a ton to do there.
Yeah.
We did most everything except we didn't do the cave hike because we didn't have the proper stuff to get a cave permit, which is basically you need closed-toed shoes and no clothes or shoes that have ever been worn in any other cave. So we didn't do that. And then there's like a longer, like 8-mile hike that we didn't do.
Yeah.
But mostly we did everything else. And we were there for a day and
a half.
A little bit, yeah. And so not too much. The main thing to see are the lava fields. That's the main attraction. And those are pretty cool. Kind of a unique landscape there. There's a couple other places that we've been that have been kind of lava based, but not too much.
Not as big as these ones.
So that was, yeah, we did a bunch of the little hikes, nature trail type things, and then a couple, no, we only did one of the longer hikes.
Yeah.
We did 1 2-mile hike, and there was another 2-mile hike from the same place that we could have done. But the girls did Junior Ranger, and they liked that, and they actually had a couple of other things as well. They had like a Night Explorer and
Lunar Ranger, and one other thing.
Yeah, so they had a few things there. They are a dark sky park. We didn't really get to experience that because we didn't camp inside the park, which is probably a good time to segue to where we did camp. We camped at the KOA in Arco, which is called the Craters of the Moon KOA. And what did you think of that, Megan?
It's not a great campsite, especially because we were going to a KOA. We thought it would be a lot better than it actually was, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, it was pretty desolate, and a lot of the things that they had featured online weren't actually there. Like they're supposed to have an in-ground pool, but it looked like maybe they were trying to redo that pool, or maybe it was just broken. They did have an above-ground pool where the girls like to play, and they did have a small playground there, but not a lot of tree cover, and
Everything was dead.
everything was pretty much dead. All of the grass was dead, and
The surrounding neighbors to the campground itself was also like super desolate and really like junky looking and not great.
yeah, a big eyesore right next door to it. What scenery there was kind of shrouded out by that, and those people also have big light up signs that kind of made the whole campground glow at night. So the girls had fun using the playground and the above ground pool, but we probably would choose a different campground next time around.
Yeah.
The deal with the Craters of the Moon is there's a campground in the park, but it is all first come first serve, no reservations. So we didn't feel comfortable on Labor Day weekend trying to get a first come first serve.
But it turns out we would have been fine. There were plenty of spots both days that we were in the park, the Friday and the Saturday. There were at least a handful of spots that we could have easily gotten.
Yeah, Craters of the Moon is a ways out there, and I think there are 42 spots at that campground. And so, yeah, just what we could see from the road, there were open spots there that we could have stayed in had we known about that. There is a visitor center at Craters of the Moon, and they have some small exhibits there and a little gift shop and a place where you can fill up water and use the restroom and stuff like that. And then in the park itself, there's only a few places where there are restrooms. When you're kind of doing the drive, the loop around, there were only a couple of spots where there were bathrooms. So just be aware of that if you're traveling with kids.
But it's also never very far, like to get around the loop to the next bathroom site.
Yeah,
It's
the loop
never
itself is,
more than 10 minutes, I would say.
yeah, pretty small. So that is about it for Craters of the Moon. Not like on the top of our list, but if you're driving through Idaho and you're close by, it's probably worth a stop. But you might not even need to stay overnight. You can probably knock it all out in a few hours.
What did you think of Craters of the Moon?
Love it.
What was your favorite part?
The pool.
The pool at our campground? What about at the National Monument?
Junior Ranger.
You like doing Junior Ranger? Did you like doing your Lunar Ranger? Your astronaut page?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And the other one.
And the Junior Ranger one? Yeah.
I like the lava fields and also Junior Ranger and Sky Explorers.
Sky Explorers.
Yeah.